Marketing campaigns are a brand new feature to Monday.com. And in this video, we're going to be exploring exactly how they work, how to use marketing contacts, how to create campaigns, and also how to segment your contacts or marketing contacts as well. By the way, if you'd like us to help you set up Monday.com for your business, check out the link in the description below. Anyway, as you can see, I'm inside of Monday.com. Now, it's going to look slightly different. You'll notice in the top left-hand corner, it's called Monday Campaigns. Now, my understanding of Monday Campaigns is it's a new product. So much like work management, sales, CRM, service, and dev, it's now a new product on top of the existing suite of products. I'm unsure as of yet how this will connect to Monday Sales CRM, whether it will, whether it won't, whether the marketing campaigns or the marketing contacts are going to mirror across. But the idea being that this is quite similar to a MailChimp or an active campaign in the sense that you have contacts that are marketable. As you can see here, we've got a marketing contacts, first name, last name, company, email, phone, their subscription status, the marketing contact, whether it is a marketing contact or it's pending, and then the legal basis as well, whether they consent to this or not. So you've got the fundamentals set up here. And in this video, we're going to be exploring how to create campaigns, how to create segments of contacts based on different data points that you're tracking, and ultimately how this is all going to work. I'm new to this as well, so we're going to be exploring as we go. Now, the basics, I'm guessing, well, obviously they start here, right? In the sense that you can go ahead and create new marketing contact records. So we could call this the name, the email, the phone number, the subscription status, whether they're unsubscribed, pending, or subscribed, and whether the marketing contact, by adding this contact, I confirm that I have a lawful basis to process and send marketing communications. So is a marketing contact, and you go ahead and create a new marketing contact record. Now, once you have your marketing contacts, you then want to enroll them into campaigns. So up the top left-hand corner, very similar to email sequences, you can create campaigns. So we go ahead and create an example campaign, hit create campaign. The difference between the two, and this is the key delineator between campaigns and email sequences, is that email sequences are primarily used for sales purposes. They're plain text emails. They're not fancy. They're not in any way designed in a nice way or in a branded way. You're just sending an email to potential prospects in the hope that they're going to respond to you. Whereas campaigns, much like you would use with MailChimp, are more design focused. They are more brand focused and maybe used for newsletters or products, more similar to e-com and the kind of like the emails that you would get on a weekly basis from a supermarket, for example, as opposed to prospect emails you would send B2B. So hopefully that makes sense as the distinction between the two. Now you can see here you've got 5 steps to create a new campaign. We can name our campaign whatever we want. So I'm just going to leave it as example campaign. And then we can go to our design template. So we click into this. And again, if you used Active Campaign, if you use MailChimp or anything similar, this is, you know, the kind of idea and probably something that you've seen before. So there's a template gallery. Obviously, we can select between some different options that Monday.com have made available to us, but also we can just start from scratch. So I'm going to go ahead and do that in this particular instance. Now, I must warn you, my ability to design anything is extremely limited. So we're just going to mess around. So title, we can drag and drop. Again, this just looks very similar to MailChimp. Paragraphs, we can add lists, buttons if we want to, dividers, social links. It's again, drag and drop, nice and easy if we want to add a video in there as well. This turned out to be quite a nice email. Trying to think what else, if we wanted to have a divider list, paragraphs, you get the idea, right? So you've got content that you can add in. I'm guessing you can then also add different rows or different areas. There you go. So you can add another additional area of your email, and then within that add titles, images if you want to. And then we can click in and design it. So change, or this is example email. Yeah, that would do. Bold, italic, underline, all of the usual stuff, coloring, things like that as well. And then you can see here you've got merge tags as well. So these are the tags that are pulled directly from your marketing contacts board. Now, I want to add a note here that if you add, and we will test this, but if you add additional data points on your marketing contacts board, they should be able to be insertable as a merge tag as well. So you'll notice when we're on the marketing contacts board, and I will come back onto that, that there were limited data points. If there's more nuanced data points that you want for your business, again, you can merge those into the copy of the email, for example. So obviously you can enter in a video URL, image stuff. We've got the formatting on the left hand side here, so colors, text direction, all sorts of different things. Again, this is stuff that you can mess around with. I'm not going to go into too much detail. And then we have settings. So this is just design settings, not necessarily the email settings. Content area width, how wide or thin do you want it? The background color, the alignment. Again, if you've used MailChimp, if you used ActiveCampaign, you'll be very familiar with this sort of stuff. The link color, I don't know what that's for. Oh, down the bottom here, the unsubscribe button. Okay, so you get the idea of how this works. So let's just, as you can see, I've designed an absolutely phenomenal email here. We then need to go ahead and select our audience. Now, just like in MailChimp or ActiveCampaign, selecting an audience segment. So you segment your audience based on various different data points. Now, if we don't already have a segment, we can go ahead and create a new one. So we press create a new segment. I'm going to call this example segment. And we're just going to say where, let's say the group is equal to marketing contacts, then that is the size of our list. We can then add further filter functionality to find the contacts for this particular segment. So we go where group is equal to marketing contacts, and only if, let's say, you can add more. Oh, okay, that's quite interesting. I've just learned something there. So you've got contact information, so you can filter based on contact related info. So their business name, for example, or the size of their company or the industry that they work in. So that this is where you'd add, and you'd have your and or parenthesis here, and group is equal to, and company name is equal to, for example, or subscription is equal to unsubscribed as an example, or is equal to subscribed. But we also have marketing interactions. So how they have interacted with previous emails of yours that you have sent. So you can say and where, or where marketing interactions, where interaction opened email, any of the last 5 campaigns, and in the last campaign, in the last 7 days, 30 days, 90 days. So now you can obviously create segments, filtering based on how they've interacted with other emails that you've sent out to that contact list. So clicked email, for example, didn't click email. So Monday's obviously got a system for tracking people and the marketing contacts that are interacting with your other with your other emails or your other marketing efforts. So that's pretty much everything that I wanted to do here. I'm just trying to see how I then save the segment. Please add a segment name first. I believe I have done name of seg. And this is where you start getting glitches. I know this is in beta. This obviously isn't working. Please add a segment name. I don't think I've done anything wrong here. Okay, cool. Well, we'll close this down. We'll go back to our example campaign. And then we need to select who we're sending it to, sending from email address. So you can see here, you've got CRM crew-group. I don't really know how you would add additional or how you would change this. It doesn't seem as if I can send it directly from my email address. There might be settings that we can explore once we get past this on how to add your own email. So nick@crmcrew.com, for example, or whatever your business email address would be. So whoever you want to send it from. But again, we're just creating a campaign. So we've designed our email. We've attempted to select an audience. That has not gone terribly well because it wouldn't let us save it. We will revert back to that in a moment. We then select the email address that we are sending from, and then we can write an email subject. So again, example email subject. Again, very similar to ActiveCampaign or MailChimp. You can also add in dynamic columns, obviously data points. So example email Nick, and then email preview text as well. And then we can go ahead and press save. And then choose when we send. So we can send now or we can send later, and we can schedule when this particular email campaign is going to be sent. Cool. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'll schedule it for, let's say, the 26th, and just press save. So now we're getting there. We've made some progress. I'm going to close this back down and go over to our segments area. So segments is what we attempted to create when we were creating a campaign. Essentially, again, a segment is a group of people based on different filter criteria that we've defined by the contact information and also the marketing interaction. So I'm going to call this example segment. It seems as if we can now save this segment, which is good news. So I say where the group is equal to marketing contacts, or where interaction any last 5 campaigns. What if I didn't want this? That's a good question. What if I just wanted it based on filter criteria? I don't believe I can I delete? I can't delete it. Interesting. Okay, so there's, or what if I press clear? Even if I clear, okay, I mean, that's something to bear in mind. It seems as if there's no way of just having contact information, or if you just wanted to retarget or remarket to people that have only interacted, it seems as if there's no way of just doing one or the other, which is interesting. Probably not something that I would have. Maybe Monday should look to remove the ability to do that. I'm just checking. I don't see it. Okay, anyway, so now we can create a new segment. So we can save our segment. This is our first segment. This is based on different data points. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a different data point on here. And let's just add, so this is our marketing contacts list. Again, it would be like your audience within MailChimp, for example. And let's just put company size. And then let's just add some different data points. So we say 1 to 3 employees, so small business, 4 to 10 employees. And again, this can be nuanced based on, or the bespoke based on how you operate as a business. So just delete those, and now we've got a company size option. So if I now go to my segments and create a new segment, and I call this company size of 4 to 10 employees. There we go. So now I can go ahead and say where the company size is equal to 4 to 10 employees. So as you can see, there's no contacts in our estimated list size of the 3 contacts that we have, because none of them match that criteria, but we can go ahead and save this segment. When a new contact record is then added, 4 to 10 employees, I can go back to my segments and I can probably click into this. It will now show me the estimated list size. So that's a segment. Now, if we go back to our campaigns and click into the campaign that we were in the process of creating, we can select which audience we're going to be sending this particular campaign to. So in this instance, it's going to be the company size 4 to 10 employees. And then we'll come back to the sender email thing. Again, I'm not too sure on that. And then we just need to go ahead to our design template. Did I not save my absolutely beautiful email that I created earlier? Let's just use this healthcare news template as an example. So we've got our example campaign. I'll just press save. Oh, it's loaded now. Oh, there you go. Weird. Saving it. Is it working? Let's close this down. It has now selected the design. So that's our email. So we could send a test email. So if I wanted to send a test email to myself just to make sure that I've not made a complete mess of this, which in this instance, I have got failed to send test email for the campaign. Try again. Let's find out. I wouldn't know why that is or isn't working. This we are exploring as we go through the video. And then I can go ahead to review and send, and then I can go ahead and schedule the campaign. Now let's try and work out how to manage this email thing here so I can change the email before we go ahead and schedule it. So I'm just going to close this down. Go to probably, if we go to, if it's going to let me, if it's going to work, I'm just going to hit refresh just to try and get this to work. So I go to my initials, probably go to admin. Should we have a look? Admin. Doesn't seem as if there are any options on here. It's not going to be in any of these, I don't think. Just trying to see how we would adjust the email or the sender email edit. Is because it didn't give us an option to add a new email on here, as I'm sure you probably noticed. Maybe that just isn't an option at all. So I don't know. Interesting. Okay. Sidekick automate. How would I do it on here? It's kind of like Monday Sales. It's not Monday Sales CRM in the fact that you don't have emails and activities on here as well, which is quite interesting. Okay. Anyway, let's just imagine that would work, that email that we're happy with. I don't know how to change that at this stage, unfortunately. So I'll just press save on here. We'll use that email address and just press review and send, and then schedule the campaign. So that campaign is being processed. I don't know how long that is going to take until it's ready. It now says it's scheduled. Awesome. Couple of things you want to notice here. One, it doesn't appear as if you can have multiple emails. So it can't be a drip campaign. It's just that you send one mass email out, one design. So you can have multiple. You also don't, it doesn't seem to path. So if I think about, again, referring back to ActiveCampaign on MailChimp, you can path your different emails. So if they do click a link, then they go down a different path and receive some slightly different emails to if they didn't click a link, or if they didn't click a link, the email sequence would end, for example. I don't see that being a possibility here, unfortunately. So there's no pathing, which would be nice. You do have that functionality in the email sequences in Monday Sales CRM, but again, that's very, very different. One thing I did want to check was, if we edit the design, I just want to make sure that we can add in merge tags of all of the data points, which we can, which is nice to see. So we can add things like company size if we wanted to. Bit frustrating or disappointing that you can't have sequences or a drip campaign of some description. But that is pretty much it. So we've got our marketing contacts. We can create segments based on the data points associated with our marketing contacts. Monday seems to automatically track how they've engaged with previous emails. There doesn't seem to be a functionality to only send emails based on filter criteria, or only send emails based on marketing interaction as well. But that's where we're at with Monday.com campaigns. This is my review to date. There might be some things that I've missed, but this is just a walkthrough to give you an idea of how everything should work. If I'm being totally transparent with you, I still think MailChimp and ActiveCampaign are a million miles ahead of this. I see where they're going with it, but there are just so many limitations. No drip campaign functionality. I don't know how to adjust the email. Maybe that's just me being a bit clueless. There's a chance I'll be able to work that out after this video. Actually, settings, cog, top right hand corner here. There we go. I found it. Is this it? Domains. Yeah, you can add a domain, so you can add your @crmcrew.com domain. Again, same verification structure that you'll probably find with MailChimp as well, or ActiveCampaign, in the sense that you have to verify your domain. So that's not a bad thing. I'm glad I found that just before I ended this video. So we've got company information, email infrastructure, usage stats as well. We're on a trial plan, so we can only seem to send 5 outbound emails. If we press increase limits, let's have a look. So, okay, you'll build based on the number of contacts that are in your marketing campaign or marketing contacts database. So if it's, okay, maybe 60,000 is a bit overkill, but if we went to 12,000, we can see the pricing here, 52,000, £1,000 a month. If we pay monthly, that works out £1,500 per month. I guess that gives you unlimited emails. I'm just trying to think what the pro plan includes. 10 emails a month per contact allowance. Campaign manager, marketing segments, campaign analytics, designed email templates, account email templates, dynamic content, dedicated IP, and workflows. Build customer journeys with customizable workflows. There you have it. So you can now build customer journeys on the enterprise plan of Monday campaigns. So if you've got 2,000 contacts at £56 a month on the professional version, I would assume that enterprise is going to be maybe £75 to £100 per month, but you will need to pay for the whole year up front. That's just how it works with Monday.com Enterprise. And it seems as if you can then use the workflow, so build custom journeys with that. Again, if I then think about how much I pay for MailChimp, so I think we probably have about 2,000 contacts, give or take. I think we probably pay £100 or $100, so about £80 per month, maybe even less. I think £60 per month, times 12, that's £720 a year MailChimp cost me. So yeah, that's Monday.com campaigns. I'll leave it up to you to decide your thoughts. You can even customize the unsubscribe page. I think it's going to get there. I think there's a lot more that needs to be done in order for this to be a compelling transition from MailChimp or ActiveCampaign to Monday campaigns. But I'll keep you posted. Hopefully this introduction has been somewhat useful, giving you an insight into what is out there, the new products that they're releasing. If you would like us to help you set up Monday.com for your business, check out the link in the description below. Thank you ever so much for taking the time to watch the video. If you've got any questions, leave a comment and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.